Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr as we get set to bring you all the action. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. For Oklahoma City, backcourt is Westbrook and Cephalosha. And in the paint, holding down the pivot of physical and cruising big man at 6'10", Big Perk, Kendrick Perkins. And it's Durant, and it's a Baca in at the 4 spot. And for Miami, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. Then it's LeBron. James, and it's Haslam in at the power forward position.
Hey, last season Chalmers missed a game-winning shot. That happens to a lot of guys in this league, but what he did the next game is of note. He made 10 threes, and arguably his best game ever, as he set a Miami Heat team record for makes beyond the arc.
Durant, no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points, but the defense stood tall there.
The 3. And there's Mario Chalmers on the assist by Haslam. Chalmers has got 5 now.
Kevin, he does a great job of moving without the ball, and he gets a lot of good looks because of that movement. And as long as his teammates are setting screens and looking for him, he can be lethal from the outside.
And that is the key, Steve, but his release in those catch-and-shoot moments is also terrific.
And Mario Chalmers grew up in Alaska. Not too many NBA players hailing from up there, taken with the 34th pick back in 08.
He's played his entire career with the Heat, and really it was a perfect situation for him when LeBron arrived, because he's a kind of a combo guard. He plays the point, but he's an excellent spot-up shooter. So he can play off of LeBron and Wade quite well.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And Westbrook.
Oh! Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
And Durant sends it back. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And, of course, last year's superb free throw shooting, above 90%.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
Using that agility to drive right to the basket.
You know, with so many high hopes, the Thunder seemed to be everybody's pick to make it to the finals once again. They were so dominant throughout the regular season. Many thought it was a foregone conclusion, but the injury to Russell Westbrook kind of sidetracked all of that.
And back to the Thunder in the postseason. They did well to get by the Rockets after Westbrook injured his knee. But, Steve, they just didn't have the same dynamic punch when they later faced the Grizzlies. Ended up getting bounced out in the second round.
Well, it was a tough matchup for them because the Grizzlies are so good defensively. And when you take Westbrook out of the lineup, all of a sudden it changes everything. I thought Oklahoma City battled, but they just didn't have enough firepower without their point guard.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
LeBron with it, guarded now by Durant. Westbrook with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. And Ibaka slams it in.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play. Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
Chalmers against Westbrook. Durant. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Durant. 1 second left. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, head coach Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat finally getting the respect he deserves now with their multiple championships. But his players, not afraid to rib him a little. Dwayne Wade said Spoelstra's favorite word? Focus. He said, here's what it sounds like to play for my coach. Come on, guys, we have to focus. Next game. Come on, guys, it's about focus. Game 82. Guys, it's about focus. Kevin, it's all about that consistent message, right?
A steady hand, Doris. The players seem to really appreciate it.
You know, it's not so much that the Heat score a lot of points. It's just that they score them in spurts. And it almost is a surprise when they end the possession without scoring or getting an easy shot. So good at spacing the floor and moving the ball.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. And Clark, just as you said, the Heat just so efficient offensively. Made about half their shots they took on the year and ended up with the best shooting percentage, Steve, in the NBA.
Well, it was all about floor spacing and LeBron, Kevin. They put shooters everywhere, but LeBron and Wade would attack, and they had really good flow and movement with the ball. I think over time now, given this team 3 years now, it's one of the best offenses in the league.
Here's LeBron. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. LeBron's got his first basket.
You know, guys, I would call that methodical but explosive. You know, he waits for the opportunity and then boom, right to the rack.
Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Durant covered by LeBron. Outside Durant. That misses off the backboard.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication has really become an outstanding coach.
Count the bucket.
And one thing that Durant has made very clear in his young career is that he's going to be a factor in clutch situations. He wants the ball in his hands with the game on the line.
You know, he's got that lean, thin body and looks a little wispy and carefree out there. But underneath that jersey beats the heart and edge of, I think, a killer in terms of putting the ball in the basket.
That's good from Allen on the assist by Battier. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. And Miami making a change here. Haslam's checked in. 32 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Cole. Good ball movement here by Miami. James. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Chris Anderson is checked in for Shane Battier. Allen with it. Now guarded by Cephalosha. They grab their own miss. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Outside Westbrook. Shot's good. Up in time. Shot is off. And the first half ends in a close one. Now,
presented by Sprint. Welcome to the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
A look here at the fast-growing downtown of Miami, Florida, as we return to action.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great teams until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Guys, as you know, the Miami Heat try to keep the plays they run as simple as they can and rely on their talent and teamwork to win them games. But playing like that can present its own kind of problems. Coach Spoelstra said, quote, "The challenge is not getting bored with simplicity. Simple is what works, though, as evidenced by their back-to-back titles, guys."
Well, Doris, sometimes it makes sense to keep it simple. Thanks. A step-back shot here. Durant, no good. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
And the Heat call time here.
You know, often when we think of freakish athleticism in the NBA, it's those with strength and explosiveness like LeBron or Dwight Howard. But Kevin Durant physically is unique in his own right. Sure, he's got a slight build, but his mobility for his height, unparalleled.
And the Heat making a change here. Allen's checked in. Wade passes to Allen. He kicks to Bosh. 6 on the shot clock. Now the feed to LeBron. From the stripe. And Durant with the block. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Miami. Now here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. He feeds it to Ibaka. The shot goes in as the ref calls the blocking foul. He's on his way to the free throw line. You think about the length of Kevin Durant, reach of a center with the fluidity, Steve, of a guard.
Such a rare combination, Kevin, and it gives them a huge advantage at both ends of the floor. I mean, defensively, you think about the blocks and the steals and rebounds. And then offensively, the ability to play above his opponents.
It's Allen with the drive. And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Heat making a change here. James is checked in. There's 49 seconds left in the third. 6 to shoot. Back to Chalmers. The fadeaway. Rejected by Westbrook. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for Mario Chalmers. Back to Durant for the lead. Can't get it to go. And it's Miami the other way. "17 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's Wade penetrating. Off on the layup. And here is Ibaka. He's got 7. It's stolen by Haslem. Here's LeBron. No good on that last second attempt there. It's all tied in. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. The Heat shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. And Chalmers kicks to Bosh. Deflected. Stolen by Westbrook. Outside for Durant to take the lead. Durant with another miss.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
I really thought they did a better job, a much better job of getting it inside in the first half. They got to get back to throwing it in the paint more here in the second.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for the Heat. Westbrook dishes to Durant. Looking to get back on track here. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists in the game. Wade with it. Now guarded by Cephalosha. Passes it to Chalmers. Bosch, a screen on Westbrook. Clock at 6. Chalmers passes to LeBron. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
Outside Westbrook. Kicks it to Cephalosha. Feeds to Perkins. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And Miami calls the foul. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Heat?
Well, they're taking high percentage shots in the paint. I like the way their offense is clicking.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game. They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there. Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And it's Wade penetrating. Now the dish to Chalmers. Back to Wade. Pass to Bosch. Perkins on him. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Now a timeout called by Miami. They trail by 2. 1:22 left to play in the final quarter. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle steps for the Thunder.
Well, we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, really sending shots back.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
The drive by LeBron.
Well, they haven't gotten much production from him, but they remain in the lead.
Oklahoma City trailing. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Yes!
And that is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wade dishes to Haslem. Wade passes to Haslem. Cephalosha with the steal. Westbrook against Chalmers. He dishes it to Perkins. It's stolen by Haslem. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Bosch. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. He drops the first one, and that gives them the lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 2-point ball game.
Those free throws put them in an excellent position to win this game. Now it's in the hands of their defense.
Here's Westbrook. And the pass to Cephalosha. Dishes to Perkins. Nails it! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot. Boy, that was a big shot.
And that one just flattened this crowd, Kevin.
And nothing you can do as a fan after a shot like that. Just shake your head.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're losing by 2. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Westbrook kicks to Durant. He nails it, and we're tied up.
It's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
It's stolen by Ibaka. It's good! There's the game winner! shot.
Nothing but zeros on the clock as he drains the winner. What a finish.
And he never had a doubt. He was celebrating the moment it left his hand.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
Just because I'm losing doesn't mean I'm lost. Doesn't mean I'll stop. Doesn't mean I'm across. Just because I'm hurting doesn't mean